I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Umar for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everloss. I'm joined by two-time world champion Joe Cordina. How does that sound, mate?
Sounds amazing. The first time I done it, it felt amazing. Second time I done it, even better. A two-time world champion in 16 fights, and the first Welsh fighter, quickest Welsh fighter to win a world title, and the first Welsh fighter to win two world titles. Well, to be a two-time world champion without losing, especially. So, yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I wanted to win a world title. That was my main goal. I've done that. I got stripped. I set a new goal to unify, but to unify, I had to win my belt back, and I've done that, and now we move on to bigger and better things.
Back to back as well with top-level fighters in Ogawa and Rakhimov, and you've done it in such different fashions, showing your versatility. You've got to give yourself credit for that and your team. Back to back, Ogawa and Rakhimov.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, a lot of the credit goes to Tony Sims. He's, like I said in the presser, he's the first one in the gym and the last one out. And he put so much time and effort into the work that we put in the gym, the game plans, and yeah, a lot of credit goes to Tony. We go in there, we follow instructions, and yeah, a few times tonight I sort of neglected what he was telling me, and I had a little tear up. But even when I was having a tear up, he sort of, okay, well, if you're going to do that, I'd do this, and he sort of changed it up. He went to a plan B, and yeah, it was good. It was a good feeling, get the win, and yeah, we move on now.
Talk to me about the second round where you dropped him.
Yeah, it was a lovely shot. Little flash knockdown. I thought I was going to get him out of there. I'm not going to lie to you, but every time I hit him, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's not budging. He's not going. And yeah, time was going on, and I thought, fucking hell. Yeah, this is going to be a long night, and it was, but I enjoyed it.
It was a close fight, but I think 99% of people had you, comfortably winning that fight, including myself. 116, 111 to Rakhimov, absolutely insane.
Yeah, I don't know what he was smoking. But yeah, I thought maybe 2 or 3 rounds I was up, and I was confident. As soon as the bell went, I thought, yeah, this is me, two-time world champion. And then when he read that out, I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? And I thought they were going to shaft me, but yeah, it wouldn't be pleasant for him if they did, especially because I genuinely believe I won, and a lot of people did believe I won. And you could just see, but when the bell went, by everyone's reaction, that I won the fight.
Joe, Eddie said about Cardiff City. You want unification. So he's talking about Zelfa Barrett. Your thoughts on Zelfa next?
Nah, he'll have to wait. He's going to have to wait. I want a unification. Yeah, and especially the opponent he fought tonight. It wasn't the top. It wasn't top, and. So yeah, he has to get himself back in the mix really before he even considers him. Don't get me wrong, it will happen down the line, but it has to be a fucking meaningful fight. And at this present moment, it ain't. I got bigger and better things to be chasing.
Tell Eddie to get unification. Tell him to get your Rolex as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. He's pretending he never heard it. But yeah, nah, he's.
What was it? A green face? Daytona.
The way it always goes, by the way, he says it like live around the world, and then afterwards he goes, I'm only joking. I'm like, you're fucking not. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I actually ain't. But yeah, he should have got me the first one. So I reckon the Daytonas, yeah, sounds good. They're not as high as he thinks they are. The mark has gone down, so yeah, he's yeah, he should double up. I might even chuck a Patek in. I'll say, yo, get me a Patek instead. Yeah.
Taking liberties a bit there, Joe.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.